Now I know what guys are saying, soup? Come on, I want meat and potatoes. But check this out, big chunks of shrimp, chorizo sausage, which is really hot Spanish sausage, peppers and onions. This will make your nose run, this will clean your sinuses, no problem. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the shrimp. These are whole shrimp with the tail on, and you have to take the tail off. So basically what you do is you grab the legs like this, and the whole thing just kind of slides apart. And you actually save the skin and the tail because we'll be using that. Once you get a little bit of practice, this isn't too difficult. These, of course, were frozen. They've been thawed, and the recipe calls for 1 pound, but what I'm doing here is I'm doubling the recipe. Okay, so here's all the shells that have been saved. We're going to add them into a pot. There's a little bit of olive oil at the bottom, and we're actually going to take all the flavor out of these shells. Just kind of stir them in here for a couple of minutes until they turn pink. Then we're going to add a liter of chicken broth and really boil these shells and get all the flavor out of them. And here you can see that the shells are turning pink, and we're about to add the 900 milliliters of chicken broth. Okay, so we've added 900 milliliters of chicken broth. Now we're going to bring this to a boil and let it boil for a couple of minutes just to get all the flavor out of those shells. Then we're going to strain this and strain out those shells. The shells go in the garbage, but you save the chicken broth for later. Okay, so we've got it's been boiling for a couple of minutes, and we're just going to strain out all the shells and discard them and keep the broth for later. Okay, we're back to our pot. We've got some fresh oil in the bottom. Now we're going to add a couple of cups of onions. As I said, we're making a larger recipe, so it's going to be a bit more onions in here. Add onions, salt and pepper, stir it until they're just starting to get a little soft. Okay, so we've been sweating those onions for about 5 minutes, and now we're going to add the chorizo sausage. And the recipe calls for 1, this is actually 2, sliced into about 1/4-inch sections. Oops, that one goes on my wife's plate. So we're going to add these, and then we're going to add red and yellow peppers. Now we're going to stir these up for another at least 5 minutes, make them nice and soft, get them going. What we're going to do at that time, look at that one. Oh, that one's good. That's still good. What we're going to do then is we're going to return the broth to this whole mixture. But leave it like this for about 5 minutes. Going to cover it up, get them all nice and soft. Okay, so these the chorizo and the peppers have been sautéing for about 5 or 6 minutes. Now we're going to pour back that chicken broth that we saved in the first step. Pour it all back. Bring this to a boil. And the next step, once it's boiling, is you add the shrimp and some corn, and we're just about done. Okay, we got the soup to a boil. Now we're going to add 1 can of peaches and cream corn. And then we're going to add the raw shrimp. This has not been pre-cooked or anything, just the raw shrimp going in there. And we're going to keep it boiling for about 3-4 minutes, and the shrimp cooked that way. I'm going to stir it all up. And you'll see the shrimp starts to turn pink fairly quickly. You can start to see it turn pink already. So we're going to keep this boiling for about 3-4 minutes and check on it then. Okay, and this is what it looks like after about 4 or 5 minutes. You can see the shrimp are done. This whole recipe only took about 30-35 minutes to do. My wife was joking that it's going to take her an hour and a half to clean up after I'm done. We're thinking that the next kitchen is going to be made of rubber. It's going to have a drain in the middle of the floor, just so that when I'm done cooking, she can hose the whole room down. But that having been said, this is going to be one excellent soup. The ingredients here that they call for would be for 6 servings. We've doubled it up, so it'll be for 10 or 12. So I'll be having this for the rest of the week. Till next time, bye-bye. Now, cooking is a hobby, but real estate is my passion. So if you're thinking of selling or buying a house or condo in and around Winnipeg, please call me anytime. That's Bo Kaufman at Remax Performance Realty. My direct cell is 204-333-2202, or you can email me at bonoknowshomes@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all under my full name, Bo Kaufman. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.